This film documents war in the words of Americans who served there. It features home movies and rare archival footage collected during a worldwide search, and now presented in high definition. Many scenes are graphic in nature, and viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You want to hear the story of Manhunt? Well, let's talk. You see, we're running through the woods, but no, we were skipping through the woods because that's what we do. So, as we're skipping along, we run into poor— No! Get your—
It was horrible. They all just ran out of the woods from nowhere. We didn't know what to do. We barely held them off. And then this guy just ran up and we all tagged him, but we didn't know what to do. And we didn't hold on to him, and he grabbed the frisbee and he ran to the top and he won the game.
So, we're walking, like Red Squid Squad. It's me, Spencer, Jack, Logan, Schmidt, Brody, Dugan, and Simon. 8 people. So we're walking along, and we come to the end of the bridge. We veer immediately right, past the ruins of the old barn, and we go to the old alpaca field, and we stop, and we cross the creek, and we just stop. We're waiting, and there's a small fence nearby. And Logan says, "Okay, I'm gonna run across. I'm gonna give you a signal. You guys are gonna come." So we're waiting. We're waiting. We're listening to the bugs, and we're just bored. And then I see a light, and I'm like, I think that's a firefly. So then I start reaching, I'm like, ooh, firefly, ooh, firefly. And I grab it, and it was an electric fence. Electric fence, electric fence, electric fence. To which I started spazzing out and doing some— Connor, shut up. And I said, I just grabbed an electric fence.
Literally, it's unreal. I can't believe. I knew we were gonna win going into it, but there's a point.
It was that lucky.
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
Matt Zola's lucky gum.
Yeah.
It was Matt Zola's lucky gum.
Everything.
I'm absolutely certain of that.
Tomorrow breakfast, so I want to hear everything.
Oh my God, we are sitting together and we're gonna babble about this. This is the most.
John Henry and I were on top of the roof, and so the scouts started coming up on the top. So we decided to jump down when the other scouts started walking away, because we were like, okay, 3, 2, 1. We both jumped down. We tried for the door. It was locked. Apparently Logan Crum was on the other side. We heard later. And so I had the frisbee. John Henry was there. I guess he ran off to the left side of the porch and just hung there for a while. And so I just chucked the frisbee, and then I was escorted to jail. Apparently, Tom picked it up later.
Last 30 seconds. It's just that this senior, I'm going to keep him nameless, like charged through us, like smacking kids down as he went. And they kind of won the game, so got lost. Yeah.
7th and 8th grade. You may think you win. You will win. But you will not. We are everywhere. And we will find you. And we will kill you.
Let's do Saisi. Tani, I got beauty. Nachi Tana, Oikiri, Shwara Koyo, Tani, what that? Oh, yeah, cussy, man. Yeah, Hagape. Isina Taco Yeri, the Tayo Hagagas. Oh, Tani Hagan, no, Greek, Tarabo Chopa, Yagore, Tani. Oh, bye.
I love the smell of napalm in the middle of the morning.
Turned me down, so I was in jail for like 5 minutes. And then, it was Ed. Ed came in with the frisbee, and he broke us all out of jail at once. And they tagged Ed, he had the frisbee under his shirt, and he walked into jail and gave the frisbee to Mr. Ashby and freed every single one of us. And we came around that corner, and they had multiple scouts there, and we broke and run, and I didn't know who survived and who didn't. Bradley, you got out, and then Zola and I met up, and we went back around, and McFarlane got away. I'm not sure about the others. I never really saw them.
It was just me, Spencer, Logan, Jack, and Simon. We get to what we think is the rendezvous point. There's 2 fences. We're supposed to go to fence 1, but I accidentally go to fence 2. Quickly hop fence 2. I think I'm wearing this morph suit, so I can't see particularly well, but I know I'm following Logan. I know for a fact. So I'm following Logan, then Logan stops, and he just looks at me, and I say, Logan? Logan? And then I hear, and I was like, Logan, is that an elk call? Then suddenly, on all fours, the beast rises and charges at me. It was an alpaca. I quickly turn around, and I hop the fence, and it spit at me. And that was the end. You've got PTSD.
Go! I'm on my way to blow something up. I think I'm gonna set off a pipe bomb over at the school.
Wow, destroyed barn. Guess Connor's been here.
During Manhunt last night, I was chased by scouts. And so I jumped off the roof of cabin 2, landed on the ground. Warden chucked the winning frisbee, which later was the winning frisbee that Tom got, into near the fort, and then I had to jump again off of the railing down to the ground and escape the scouts.
Chris and I started out walking down the asphalt road, which we didn't think there'd be anybody there. But then 4 of the scouts of 7 come at us, and we didn't think they'd be anywhere near here in such a clump like that. We just book left and make our way up the mountain. And once we make it to Creekside, we find Tanner and set up our coyote call on the roof. And we end up behind cabin 2. We get separated, and I'm just alone out there. And then I'm laying down by the fort, and I see legs coming toward me, and they're not friendly legs. I'm like, I need to get out of here. I take off, bang my knee into a log, full swing. I sit down and lay down since I'm gillied up. They can't see me, so I'm just laying down like, it's my bad knee. I'm clutching it for like 2 minutes. And then I had to go pee, so I went pee real quick. And then I saw a yellow penny like spot me, and he's running toward me. So I like zip up, take off, and I meet up with Guy, but I didn't, like, I had to grab his ankle. I was so still. I had to grab his ankle to let him know I was there. And then we linked up with people in cabin 3. There's like 5 or 6 guys inside just chilling out. And I tell them that they need to hop out and go find the objective. So then they disperse. I take off with McFarlane, and I make my way to the furnace, and I find Aiden with the frisbee, and I thought we won the lottery at that point, because it's like, I didn't think anybody knew where any of the frisbees were. So we make a V formation with Connor at the head. We're going to just bust in there and win the game, we thought. Connor took off way too early. When the V just like separated, and we all got mauled, and everyone's getting tackled.
We were outnumbered.
But luckily, yeah, we were outnumbered big time. And everybody just got tackled and laying down on the ground. But luckily, Aiden hawked the frisbee before they could, before he had to drop it right there. And yeah, I got taken to jail, but luckily I was released because of a penny infraction. So I took off from the jail, and I wipe out over a railroad wooden beam. I lose my remote control, and I link up with Chris and Jack Brunton, and go talk to the people in jail. But at this point, Tom had already made his way like, and found the frisbee. He was already like winning the game, and we didn't know it. And I come out of the woods to the small bad things chant. So I thought, you know, we won.
All right, so this is getting towards the end. I heard Mr. Brooks call out 30 seconds first time, and I knew that if I was gonna act, if I was gonna try to do anything, I just had to go. So I just started running. I don't know what I was running to. I just was gonna run. I wanted to get on the structure even if we lost. So I run up there, I run through a couple guys. The thing is, they weren't taking me to jail, so I mean, I was just running by them. They weren't capturing me. So I touched the base, which means I was clear to go on the base. So I'm walking up the base, and I tripped over the frisbee. I was just laying down there, so I pick it up and got on the base, and we won the game. It was by a complete accident that anything good happened. I gotta say, the real heroes of the story are the ones who seriously thought through the plan, like, and acted on it.
The goal of this year's Manhunt was to make it as close to impossible, but yet leave some glimmer of hope. We had 4 objects that had to be found. Neither groups knew where those objects were. Both forces came after them with vigor, but only one was victorious. Now there were some stretches, bends, you could say, in the rules and the applications thereof, but ultimately the high schoolers came out on top, to the frustration of the 7th and 8th graders.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
She picks it up and she raises the question. She goes, "Which fictional character do you most identify with, and why?" She thinks for a second, and she says, "I would say Reese Witherspoon from Legally Blonde, because people thought that she was dumb and couldn't do things, but she could."